Hey, hello, welcome back to the Hubbard Family History Channel, covering the Hubbard family clan of Clay County, Kentucky. We are covering in this series of videos the history of the Hubbard family from pre-Viking time, before 800 AD, all the way up to today, 2024, and soon to be 2025, good Lord willing. 1,200 years of Hubbard family history. This week we're going to continue with our mother's side of the family, Edith Centers, her side of the family, and we're looking at generation 11 back from today, who's our 11th or 9th great-great-grandparents. So let's watch this pre-recorded video and covering more of Mom's family. So picking up from last week, we had Jonathan Center, our 8th great-great-grandfather. His father was Ensign John Center, and that was still spelled with a C, born in 1660 in First Church, Massachusetts, in Boston there, and died in 1706 in Massachusetts. His wife was Mary Ruth Todd, born in 1657 in Massachusetts, died 1716 in Massachusetts. Jonathan's wife, Martha Markham, her father's name was Daniel Markham. He was born in 1641 in Plumstead Manor, Norwich, England, and died in 1712 in Connecticut. And she was from Plumstead, and you remember one of our relatives was the Baron of Plumstead, so right there, right in our original, close to our original hometown. James T. Smith, we didn't have anything further on him. Mary Mosley, who would have been one of our 8th great-great-grandmothers. Her father was Anthony Mosley, born in 1689 in Norfolk, Virginia, died in 1735 in Virginia. And his wife was Frances Scott, born in 1696 in Virginia, and died in 1758 in Virginia. Derby McCarty, his father was Timothy McCarty. He was born in North Ireland in 1670, died in 1716 in Pennsylvania. His wife was Elizabeth Maddie Williams, born in 1679 in Boston, Massachusetts, died in 1723 in Iowa. Then we go to Hannah Richardson, we don't have any information on her. It was Derby McCarty's wife. Then we go to Johann Zirkel. His father was Hans Heinrich Zirkel, born in 1676 in Baden-Württemberg, Germany, and died in 1747 in Pennsylvania. His wife was Eva Euphrosyna Resin, and that's all the information we had about her. Johann Zirkel's wife, Marie Ava Baer, her father was John Jacob Baer, born in 1690 in Zurich, Switzerland. That's about all we know about him. And his wife was Anna Maria. That's all we know about her. So then we go to Gerard Elliston. We had no information on his parents. Sarah Ann Crew. Her father was Captain John James Cruz II, born in 1660 in Virginia and died in 1727 in Virginia. His wife was Sarah Ann Gatley, born in 1669 in Virginia and died in 1760 in Virginia. And we go to John Benford. His father was James Benford, and that's all we had on him was his name. And his wife was Elizabeth Hilda Kennedy, born in 1670 in Charles City, Virginia, and died in 1758. So 88 years old there, so pretty good. Then we go to John Bimford's wife, Agnes. We didn't have any information on her parents. Edward Coffey, his father was John C. Coffey, born in 1620 in Ireland, died in 1713 in Lancaster, Virginia, so that made him 93 years old. John's wife was Mariana Jollopy, born in 1620 in Dorchester, England, and died in 1699 in Lancaster, Virginia, so she was 79, so a couple of long-lived ones there. Edward Coffey's wife was Anne Powell. Her father was Thomas Powell. That's all we had on him was his name. His wife was Mary Elizabeth Place, born in 1646 in Virginia, died in 1648, died in 1710 in Richmond, Virginia. We had no further information on John Graves or his wife Hannah or Thomas Paine. Thomas Paine's wife, Susanna Paine. Her father was Barnett Paine, and that's all we had was his name. Her mother was Elizabeth Trigg, born in 1663 in Lancaster, Virginia, and died in 1696 or 1695 in Virginia, so only 32 years old. Then we go to Stephen Olney. His father was John Olney, born in 1678 in Providence, Rhode Island, and died in 1754 in Providence, Rhode Island. His wife was Rachel Coggeshall. She was born in 1678 in Rhode Island, died in 1760 in Rhode Island. Stephen Olney's wife, Mary Whipple. Her father was William Whipple, and that's all we had on him. Her mother, William's wife, was Elizabeth Sprague, born in 1694 in Massachusetts, died in 1735 in Rhode Island. Then we go on to Joseph Carr. His father was William Christopher Carr, Sir William Christopher Carr, born in 1650 in Virginia, died in 1703 in Virginia, so a little bit of royalty there, I guess. Sir William's wife's name was Sarah Jane Eskridge, born in 1654 in Virginia, died on my birthday, looks like 1727 in Westmoreland, Virginia. Joseph Carr's wife, Elizabeth Coleman, we didn't have any further information on her. Joseph Reed, his father was John Reed, born in 1671 in Glasgow, Scotland, and died in 1728 in Scotland. His wife was Margaret McCulloch, and that's all we had on her. Joseph Reed's wife was Elizabeth Hampton. Her father was Richard Hampton, born in 1685 in Gloucester, Virginia, died in 1766 in Fauquier, Virginia, so he'd been like 81 years old. His wife, Alice, I don't know her last name, born in 1687, died in 1746 in Virginia. Then we go over to Thomas Mosley. His father was Adam Mosley, born in 1610 in England. Died in 1659 in England. His wife was Elizabeth Mosley, born in 1618 in England. Died in 1721, so 103 years old. We always like to see that. Thomas Mosley's wife, Ann Norman, we had no further information on her. Edward Sissons, his father was Edward Sissons, born about 1615 in London or in England somewhere. His wife, Alice, was born in 1630 and died in 1700. Edward's wife, Bridget, we didn't have any further information on her. We go to William Bass. His father was William Bass. That's all we know about him. His mother was Sarah Batten, born in 1620 in Virginia, and died in either 1695 or 1726. Probably 1695. She'd have been 75. Otherwise, she'd have been 106. Then we go to Hester Bass, William's wife. Didn't have any information on her. Thomas Hallett, his father of Thomas Hallett Sr., born in 1627 in Virginia, died in 1685. In Virginia, Thomas's wife was Marie Ball, born in Suffolk, England in 1640, died in Virginia in 1710. Thomas Hallett's wife, Susanna Catlin, her father was William Guillaume Catlin, born in 1630 in England, died in 1697 in England, and his wife was Catherine Blevins, born in 1657, died in 1725. Had no further information on John Peake. Mary Humphrey, John Peake's wife, her father was Robert Humphrey, born in 1588 in England and died in 1660 in Virginia. And his wife was Anne Holland, born in 1593 in England, died in 1663 in Virginia. Thomas Spence, we didn't have any further information on him. Dorcas Yale, her father was Thomas Yale, born in 1613 in England, died in 1656 in Virginia. And Thomas's wife was Anne Lee Sturman, born in 1624, died in 1670 in Virginia. Then we go over to Josiah Swaffer. His father was Thomas Swaffer. That's all we have is his name. His wife was the Lady Elizabeth Andra Swafford, born in 1600 in England, died in 1678 in England. Josiah Swafford's wife, Elizabeth Morris. Her father was Robert John Morris, the captain of Bedfordshire, born in 1609 in England, died in 1682 in England. His wife was Agnes Elizabeth Leggett, born in 1614 in Wales and died in 1679 in England. So then we go over to Richard Caldwell. His father was Richard Caldwell, born in 1618 in Lancashire, Virginia, England, and died in 1686 in England. His wife's name was Cecily, but that's all we have about her. We had no information on Richard Caldwell's wife, Rebecca's parents, so I'll have to end that. Then we go to William Tribble. His father was also named William Tribble, born in 1602 in Yorkshire, England, died in 1694 in Virginia, so 92 years old, another pretty old guy there. Elizabeth Hussey was his wife, and her father was Sir Knight James Hussey, born in 1600 in England and died in 1626 in Richmond, so he lived to be 26 years old. His wife was Mary Hussey, born in 1602 in Ireland and died in 1658 in Ireland. Then we go to James Johnston. His father was the Lord Thomas Johnston, born in Aberdeenshire, Scotland in 1598 and died in 1656 in Scotland. His wife was the Lady Mary Irvine Craig, born in 1626 in Scotland, died in 1659 in Scotland. And we have John Prosser. His father was William Prosser, born in 1657 in England, died in 1680 in England. And his wife was Anne Prosser, born in 1650 in England, died in 1693 in England. John Prosser's wife, Ruth, we had no further information on her. Okay, well, hopefully you discovered some new information there, some interesting information in this week's video, and hope that you'll share it with others. You know, I really want to thank, this is video number 40. I really want to thank all the people out there supporting me, our 30 subscribers, and all the family members that haven't subscribed. And if you haven't, please do. But thank you, and God bless every one of you. This week's sponsor is the makers of Invisible Umbrellas, Invisibrella. Though I don't agree with the name completely, and I think you'll see why. Their slogan, "Pardon me while I whip this out."
Ever had your umbrella turn into a wrestling match with the wind? Enter the Invisible Umbrella. This game changer doesn't just shield you from the rain, it's designed to stay out of your way. Imagine walking down the street, hands-free, and not having to worry about those awkward moments where you're bumping into everything. It's like having a personal rain guardian that lets you move freely and confidently. No more fighting with awkward spokes or worrying about it flipping inside out. This umbrella has your back, keeping you dry while letting you move freely. And trust me, the way it effortlessly blends into your life is a game changer. Seriously, it's super lightweight and compact, so you can pop it in your bag without a second thought. And when those raindrops start falling, just whip it out and voil. You're covered without feeling weighed down. Trust me, once you try it, you'll wonder how you ever lived without it. So if you're ready to take on the rain without the hassle, check out the link and grab your Invisible Umbrella today. You won't regret it.
Well, next week, good Lord willing, we'll continue with we're looking back at Mom's side of the family on the center side. And I think you'll see, I thought we had the argument CRS was kind of coming into focus, that was going to be resolved as starting with C, but I think next week may kind of change that, so we'll see. Until then, dear friends, share us on Facebook. Stay kind to one another. Stay safe, stay well, but whatever else you do, stay Hubbard. Peace out.